Good day, students, and welcome back to the channel. Did you know that every decimal number is secretly a fraction? Yes, every decimal is just a fraction in disguise. And today, I will show you how to uncover that secret using 4 simple steps. And by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to convert decimals into fraction. You'll be able to simplify your answers correctly. And finally, should be able to solve real life problems using these skills. All right, let's begin. But before we begin, I want you to have some key ideas in mind. Because in converting decimals back to fraction, it is something that follows principles and rules. And if you understand these principles and rules, it will be much easier for you to do. So the key ideas are 3. 1. One decimal place. Every decimal that is given in one decimal place, let's assume you have 0.1. This is a one decimal place decimal. The denominator is 10. So in this form, it could be 0.2, 0.4, 0.8. These are all one decimal place decimal fractions. If you have such a decimal fractions, the denominator will be what? 10. So in this sense, you will say if it is 0.1, you have something in the form something here. Let's assume A over 10. If it is here, you have something A over 10 or something B over 10. So in that order, meaning that the denominator is going to be 10. That is what you need to understand. Okay. So if you have 2 decimal places, let's take it as 0.01 and then 0.02, or you have 0.04. These are all 2 decimal places. What it is telling you is that in this type of decimals, you are going to have the denominator to be over 100. So it could be like A over 100 or B over 100 when the decimal fraction has a 2 decimal place. All right. Then if you have 3 decimal places, the denominator is going to be what? 1000. Remember that a fraction in the form A over B, A is the numerator and then B is the denominator. So if you have 3 decimal places, decimals, what it means is that you have a decimal fraction that looks like 0.002 because there are 3. So what it means is that the decimal places, what it means is that the number of numbers after the decimal point, if it is 3 numbers, then it is 3 decimal places. If it is 2 numbers, then it is 2 decimal places after the decimal point. All right. So 3 decimal places numbers such as 0.02, we can have 0.051, we can have 0.065. So in this form, we are saying that there are 3 decimal places. Now, if you are having this could be, let's assume that we have, this is let's say a variable as the numerator. Always the denominator is going to be what? 1000, because the decimal places are 3. So it could be B over 1000 and it could be C over 1000. I hope we are following these steps. If you have this key idea, our examples will be much easier to solve. Okay. So equally, after these steps or ideas, we have equally some steps to follow. So assuming you are given a decimal place values, let's say you are given 0.1. These are the steps you are to follow. Now count the decimal places. So how many decimal places do we have? 1. So this is only 1 decimal place. So you know that the decimal place here is 1. Now remove the decimal point and write the number as the numerator. So you are going to remove the decimal point, and when you take off this decimal point, it's an assumption, okay? It doesn't mean that you are taking it totally and forever. No, you are doing it for the purpose of the steps. So assuming you take off this decimal point, which is away, we will have 1. So in 0.1, if you take off the decimal point, we have 0.1, which is the same as what? 1. And you write the number as a numerator. Remember, we know that the top number of a fraction is called the numerator, as I've indicated here. You can see here. So the top number is the numerator and the down number is the denominator. So if it says that you replace or you write that number as the numerator, meaning it will be at the top, then the second one is use 10, 100, 1,000 as the denominator. So as we have earlier seen in the key ideas, that any number that have 1 decimal place should have what? 10 as the denominator. Hence, this one will have what? 10 as the denominator. Then you simplify the fraction. You break it down. Look for common numbers that can what? Break or divide these two numbers. In this sense, there is no common number. So our answer, 0.1, as a decimal fraction in the fraction form is 1/10. I hope this is clear and it is simple. All right. So let's look at some examples so that we will understand the lesson clearly using the examples that we'll be solving right away. All right, so the first example will be convert 0.6 to a fraction. So convert what? 0.6 to a fraction. 0.6 to fraction. Okay. So we have to convert what? 0.6 into a fraction. So we have examples. Now we have to convert example 1, convert 0.6 to fraction. So in doing that, the first step is what? There is 1 decimal point. Okay? There is what? 1 decimal point. So 0.6 is 1 decimal place. So now we write the 0.6, then you remove it, and then you write it as the what? The numerator, as in the steps. Then, since it is 1 decimal place, the denominator will be what? 10. So you now have to look for numbers that can what? Simplify this particular fraction into the smallest form. So you look for numbers that can go into 6 and equally goes into what? 10. And these numbers are 2. So 2 can go into 6 3 times and can go into 10 5 times. Because 2 times 3 is 6 and 2 times 5 is 10. So our final answer will be 3/5. Therefore, 0.6 is equal to what? 3/5. Very simple. Very, very simple. Now let's look at our example number 2. Example number 2. You are to convert 0.45 to a fraction. All right. So now 0.45, you first ask yourself, looking at the steps, how many decimal places do we have? 2. So it has 2 decimal places. So now, since it has 2 decimal places, you know what to do. Now you write your 0.45. Then because it has 2 decimal places, now you remove the decimal point. That's the first step. Remove the decimal point. Then you write the number as the numerator. So we have the number, which is 45. You write it as a numerator. And because it has 2 decimal places, the denominator will be what? 100. And this 100 is the denominator. Remember, 2 decimal places means what? 100, or 2 zeros attached to the 1. 3 decimal places means 3 zeros attached to the 1. 1 decimal place means what? 1 zero attached to the 1 as the denominator. So this, you have to simplify it. Now you look for a number that is common to 45 and 100. Not separate number, but the same number. In here, we know that 5 is divisible by 45 and 100. Sorry, 45 and 100 are divisible by 5. So 5 goes into 45 9 times, and then 5 goes into 100 20 times. So our final answer is going to be 9 over what? 20. Remember, there is no number again that can goes into 9 and at the same time goes into what? 20. So therefore, 0.45 into fraction is equal to 9 over what? 20 as our answer. I hope this is clear. Very good. So let's look at one more example, and then we bring our lesson to a close. All right. So the next example I want us to look at is an application form. It says what? Amma ate 0.25 of a cake. Okay? So Amma ate 0.25 of a cake. So the question is, what fraction of the cake did she eat? Did she what? Eat. So we are talking about 0.5 part of a cake that Amma ate. So what fraction of the cake did she eat? So this is, or these are some of the what? The format at which the question can be. It could be in application form and it could be in a direct form. So here we say what? Amma ate 0.5 of a cake. All right. So now let's look at the solution. Now the solution is 1, you write a number, which is 0.25. So the question is, how many decimal places does it have? 2. So that already tells you how or what the denominator is going to be. Either 10, 100, or 1,000. You should know by now. All right. Then the second step is to remove the decimal point and write the number as the numerator. So when you remove it, you're going to get 25 as the numerator, and then you bring your division sign or your fraction sign. Then the number of decimal places that the number is 2, which tells you that the denominator is going to be what? 100. So now the next step is to simplify. So you ask yourself which number goes into 25 and at the same time goes into 100. And that number is 25 itself. 25 itself goes here 1 and goes into 100 4 times. So our answer is now 1 over 4. Therefore, 0.25 is equal to 1 over 4 as a fraction. That looks simple then. So, learners, it is now your turn to solve your own. So take your pen and paper, pause the video, and try this one. Okay. So now let's look at your try question. So this is your assignment. So you now have 1, convert 0.8 to a fraction. And then 2, convert 0.32 to a fraction. Then 3, Kofi drank 0.5 of a bottle of juice? What fraction did he drink? So what fraction did he drink? All right, so that is yours. Pause the video and try them and come back to check your answers, which are 4 over 5, 8 over 25, and then 1 over 2. So these are the answers. Okay. So pause the video, solve it, and come back to check your answers. So today we've learned about decimal, as every decimals can be written in a fraction form. And then what you need to do is to count the decimal places, remove the decimal point, and write a number as a numerator. And then the number of decimal places it is determines the denominator. Use 10, 100, thousands in that order as the denominator. And then you finally what? Simplify. Remember always to simplify your answer. When I say simplify means break it down, look for a common number that can divide both numbers until there is no longer any number that is common to divide both numbers. So today you did an excellent work. And then if you understood this lesson, give this video a thumb up and practice more examples at home. In our next lesson, we will continue building our skills with decimals and fractions. Remember, mathematics becomes easy when you understand the steps. See you in the next lesson. God bless you. Bye-bye.